evening. This is exclusive. I'm Rhythm Anand Bhardwaj. A very serious question that Republic TV is going to be posing to Mamata Banerjee. Is it that the West Bengal government is against women? Is it that the West Bengal government does not want to help and accommodate the 51 CISF personnel, female personnel that are present in West Bengal at the RG Kar hospital to help them? Why is the Mamata Banerjee government not providing the adequate support needed to them? Why is the Bengal government not answering to the central government that has written to them asking for help for the CISF personnel? The matter now in the Supreme Court, it's possible the West Bengal government faces contempt because answers need to be given by Mamata Banerjee 3 weeks after the rape and murder, and yet no action, and yet nothing has really been done. And as people rise, as a people's rebellion rises in West Bengal, the biggest question the Mamata government needs to answer now, is it not enough what's happened? What and why now this kind of behavior with the female CISF that is there to protect the doctors at the RG Kar hospital? A look now at our headlines. Protest after protest after protest. The anger against Mamata Banerjee refuses to die down. 3 weeks on the fight for justice is unrelenting. It's people versus Mamata. The centre and the Mamata government lock horns after MHA files an affidavit in the top court. They cite non-cooperation by the Mamata government with female CISF officials. Republic TV accesses that exclusive affidavit. Cookie Group ITLF forced to respond on Arnab's expose on Manipur drone attack. They do not deny the drone bombing and attack, but they refute the foreign involvement. And breaking news coming in, there's going to be a massive confrontation between the central government and the Mamata government. Republic TV accesses an exclusive copy of the central government's affidavit filed in the Supreme Court. Viewers, in this affidavit, the central government has said that the Mamata Banerjee government has not responded and not given adequate support to the CISF personnel. Remember, the Supreme Court had said it is CISF that will be overlooking the security of the doctors. These very CISF officials, 184 of them that are now deployed in Bengal, are not being given security gadgets, are not being given proper accommodation, and are also not being given proper transportation. In such a way, how are they going to try and protect the doctors at the RG Kar hospital? What is the motivation of the Mamata Banerjee government that refuses to give the kind of detailing and the kind of accommodation, the kind of transportation and the kind of security arrangements that are needed for the CISF to be doing their duty? I read out from in my hand is the affidavit filed exclusively accessed by Republic TV that has been filed in the top court. Para 16 and 17 to me of this 10-page affidavit is very, very clear. It's brutal, and this is the center in an all-out war against the Mamata government where they say there has been no response from the state government to ensure adequate support to the CISF personnel. You can see those words on your screen. Para 16 of the Home Ministry affidavit says it is submitted. There has been no response from the state government to give security, to give support to the CISF personnel deployed. They also say it is submitted. There is non-cooperation from the state government. In a tense situation, this is not expected. It should be the top priority of the state of West Bengal. And they end by saying, with a lot of disappointment, this is symptomatic of a systematic malaise. Such non-cooperation with central agencies operating under orders is the norm for the Mamata government. A slamming of the Mamata government where they say Mamata Banerjee does not want to cooperate with central agencies. There is no top priority being given by the Bengal government. There is non-cooperation from the Bengal government. This is a tense situation, and there is no adequate support to the CISF personnel deployed. Viewers, this is clearly contempt, and action needs to be taken and will be looked at by the Supreme Court when they next hear this case. And viewers, there's more breaking news that we've got. The political tussle is escalating between the centre and the Bengal government. There's complete non-empathy, complete non-cooperation from the West Bengal government. The big question, why is the Mamata government not helping the female CISF officers? There are 54 CISF officers that are there in the state of West Bengal that have been deployed to take care at the RG Kar hospital. However, there is no cooperation that is being given to them. There is paucity of transportation. They have been given no accommodation, and the central government's affidavit in the Supreme Court says it's very difficult for the CISF to function in this manner, especially the female CISF officials that are in the number of 51, and they've got no help from the government. It's also them that have written to the secretaries, and I want to put out these graphics to show how there's complete non-support. All right, let me show you now the 54 female personnel under the command of a lady officer and have no help. Viewers, this is what we're putting out on our screens is what has been written on 27th of October 2024 to the Kolkata Police Commissioner, where the central government has said that help needs to be given to the CISF, proper accommodation needs to be given to them. 2 meetings were held between the CISF and the Kolkata Police Commissioner, and yet nothing has happened. There is no help that has yet been given by the Kolkata police to the CISF personnel. This is an affidavit in the Supreme Court. So viewers, please let's understand how massive it is that it's to the Supreme Court the Home Ministry has to go requesting for help for our CISF personnel that are deployed there. And what are they deployed there for? They are only deployed there to protect the doctors. They are there despite 3 weeks of protest that the Mamata Banerjee government is facing to try and protect the doctors. Even today we are seeing a human chain. We're going to go to that story soon with my colleague. Let me quickly go across to Ishan, who's now joining us live from the Kolkata newsroom. Ishan, you've been covering the protests, the human chain, the doctors, the lawyers, the people on the streets, the lathi charge of the women, and today now it's also the 54 female CISF officers who've been deployed by the CISF to take care and protect the doctors who are now not being given proper security arrangements, proper security gadgets, not proper accommodation. What is the Mamata Banerjee government trying to achieve through this complete non-empathy and non-cooperation with the CISF?
Well, Rhythm, this has been the style of functioning of Mamata Banerjee government in West Bengal. They always the government run by Mamata Banerjee goes on like this. They never cooperate with the central government, never cooperate with the union administration, and then they allege always that the center is not cooperating with state, the center is not fulfilling the demands of the state, and the center is not giving the state that much money which is due to the state. This is always the style of functioning, as the same thing is happening there in RG Kar also. And when as per the order of the court, this central force, that means the CISF, was deployed at RG Kar for ensuring the security and safety of the doctors and all other staffs working there at RG Kar, then also it was not suiting the government of West Bengal. Mamata Banerjee did not at all like the decision or this instruction by the court, but still it happened, and the CISF has been deployed. And after that, such apprehensions was also being expressed from many corners that after this deployment of CISF, such things may happen also, that allegations will be brought against CISF personnel, serious allegations will be brought against CISF personnel by planted people of this current dispensation. Some people who will be planted by the government of West Bengal or the current dispensation, they will bring some serious allegations against CISF. Such apprehensions were also being expressed. But as it came to the surface, that's why any such thing did not happen, fortunately, till now. But now the affidavit says it all, Rhythm, that how CISF is facing non-cooperation from the government of West Bengal. So whatever is being said by the government that they also want justice, that is nothing but crocodile tears. That is once again being proved. Rhythm.
Absolutely. And I want, Ishan, for you to stay on with us, viewers. There's another breaking news that's coming in at this point of time. There is also now, and this really is something that one needs to understand, viewers. Shocking news now coming that several times, in fact on the 2nd of September, the central government wrote to the West Bengal government about the 54 female CISF officials facing problems. Now, what are the problems they are facing? They come to a state where they need proper accommodation. It's not given. So they have to go 1 hour away and stay there. How will they reach the RG Kar hospital in time to be helping the doctors? They are facing problems of not even being given the security gadgets, which is shocking. Thirdly, they are not even being given transportation. How is the CISF personnel deployed by the topmost court of the country, the apex court, going to be helping the doctors if they don't even have the necessary arrangements, accommodation, transportation to be reaching the RG Kar hospital? And I also want to now tell you the most important, the most shocking breaking that Republic TV is now doing. The Ministry of Home Affairs has written to the West Bengal government. In the letter that is dated 2nd September, accessed by Republic TV, they have written to the secretary, the chief secretary of the state of West Bengal, where they've said that some help needs to be given for the CISF personnel and the issues that they are facing. However, shockingly, despite them emphasizing, viewers, on the accommodation, on the transport, logistics, the security infrastructure gadgets not being given, the security procedure not being given, let's now tell you what the letter says. Exclusively accessed by Republic TV, we now show you the Home Ministry letter that has been given. It's dated 2nd September. The Chief Secretary, the Government of West Bengal, Kolkata, has been given this letter. That is, the Bengal government gets this letter where they are saying that certain help needs to be given to the CISF that's wanting to be helping the people, the doctors in the state. And shockingly, this letter having gone from the Joint Secretary of the government, there is no reply. There is no details coming from the Bengal government. There is no realization that they've got this particular letter from the Home Ministry citing what's happened. Ishan, I want to come to you because today on Republic TV, we are breaking once again, not only that there is people of India that have risen up in rebellion against what's happening in the state of West Bengal, but now the CISF personnel that are there to protect you and me, they have now been there, the central forces in Bengal. They are not given accommodation to stay. They are not given transportation. They are not given even security gadgets. How are they going to help, as the Supreme Court asked them to, the doctors? How will they protect the doctors without this necessary details, the logistics that are needed?
Well, Rhythm, these are really very grave problems because transportation, accommodation for living somewhere, and the security arrangement gadgets which are not being rendered by government of West Bengal, which are not being arranged by the government of West Bengal. And when this allegation is being submitted in the apex court of the country in the form of an affidavit by the Home Ministry of India, then everyone can understand how grave the matter is. So CISF is really facing problem here. But at the same time, Rhythm, I would like to mention once more that central forces, all the central armed forces in every case, in every occasion face this kind of non-cooperation in West Bengal, be it in the time of the elections when the election commission deploys central forces or sends ample number of companies of the central forces for making the elections free and fair, but the deployments are not done at times. And when the deployments are done, and if the central force takes any stern step. Then we have also seen the West Bengal police registers FIRs against the Jawans of the central forces also. So these things happens in West Bengal in every case, and you have seen that in Sandesh Khali how the Jawans of the central force and the central investigators were attacked by the goons of TMC and directly I should say by the men of Shah Jahan Sheikh who was the local terror and the local all in all in TMC. So this has been going on in West Bengal with the central armed forces all the time. Whenever court deploys or election commission or any central body, union body or any neutral body orders the deployment of central forces in West Bengal, the government of West Bengal under the dispensation of Mamata Banerjee always non-cooperate with them. But this is an unprecedented step taken by MHA that they have already filed an affidavit with the apex court. Earlier, this kind of step, such a stern and decisive step taken by the MHA, we have not seen earlier. So this time, I think the Supreme Court is going, of course, the Supreme Court is going to interfere in the matter, and that may bring some result. Otherwise, CISF is not going, without the instruction from Supreme Court, CISF is not going to receive any kind of cooperation from Government of West Bengal. This is clear. Rhythm.
Absolutely. Ishan, I thank you for those details, because now the Mamata Banerjee government has taken it too far. They're in contempt and they'll have to answer to the top court of the country. National attention now on Manipur, that has come only after Arnab Goswami has spoken about what's been happening there. It's thrust into the national spotlight as drone bombings have left a trail of devastation. In the past 24 hours, a tragic attack in the West Imphal region has resulted in the death of a woman and injuries to several others, including 3 police personnel. The situation is dire. There's a tense atmosphere, and our team is on the ground, bringing you the latest from the epicenter of the violence, including visuals of the damaged homes, the charred vehicles. We've exclusive reports on the Manipur Rifles bunker that has been targeted by drones that dropped mortar shells, one of which exploded while the other remains. It's a dangerous, unexploded bomb. Take a look at our reports.
Manipur is once again back in the national spotlight. In the last 24 hours, there have been casualties in the wake of drone bombings. A woman has been killed and several others, including 3 police personnel, were injured in the attack in the West Imphal region. A tense atmosphere prevails in the Senjam Chirang Maning Lekai village. This village borders the hilly Kangpokpi district, not far from the Kotruk area, where 2 people were killed and 9 were injured in a gun and bomb attack on Sunday. The Manipur police have confirmed combing operations by security forces. Manipur DGP has also set up a high-level panel to submit a report by September 13th. Meanwhile, Republic TV is the only channel keeping you up to date with the situation on ground zero.
Right now we are in Kadamban area of Imphal West district, and here also the last evening 2 bombs were dropped by drones. It may be mentioned that last evening 5 bombs were dropped in Imphal West area, and 2 of those bombs were dropped in this bunker of the Manipur Rifles, and 1 bomb didn't explode, and it is still here. The live bomb is still visible here. If we can show you the live bomb, here you can see the tail and the sail of the bomb is still intact. This was also dropped via a drone, and this didn't explode. We are getting to know that the bomb squad is on its way.
Your channel reached the epicenter of the attack, the village with high-tech drones.
After the drone strikes that were carried out in Imphal West district of Manipur on Sunday, that is 2nd of September, all that remains now in this area are charred vehicles and a strong smell of burnt rubbers and tires. At least 15 vehicles of different sizes were set ablaze. This include around 7 bikes and scooters here, 3 trucks and 1 car. The trucks were properties of the Public Health and Engineering Department, as they were here to do a borewell in order to avail fresh drinking water to the villagers.
This village represents a ghost town following the attack.
The impact of the drone attack that was carried out in this area are clearly visible on the walls and also on the roofs of the buildings. The village has now been abandoned. People have fled to the nearby villages and are seeking safe refuge in the relief camps.
This is the Manipur Rifles bunker. It was targeted when drones dropped 2 mortar shells.
The fertile areas that you can see has been infested by armed militants of various groups who are in suspension of operation with the government of India, and they are now allegedly indulging in violence against the security forces deployed in the valley area for the protection of the villages. One more bomb was dropped in this area, and this is the impact area of that particular cell which was dropped here. 2 live mortars were dropped with the help of drone in this area, and one didn't exploded.
1 shell.
We are the relief camp set up by the nearby village in Koktuk area. The Koktuk is the village where heavy selling of bombs were done by the help of drones, and after that now people are living in the relief camps, from minors to old people. Everyone is now living here. This is the common bedroom that now they are sharing. At least 7 to 8 houses have been completely gutted down by the miscreants who came down from the hills, and as they set ablaze the villages, many people ran for their life, and where more than 12 people sustained injuries and 2 has succumbed to their injuries in the hospital. Now for the other remaining villages, at least 200 of them are living in this temporary relief camp set up by the local volunteers with the help of the district administration. The district administration have provided them with the necessary amenities, but how they are functioning, we'll talk to a volunteer who is with us here. आप लोग कैसे मैनेज कर रहा है यहाँ पर पूरे रिलीफ कैंप को?
एक्चुअली सर, ये जो हम लोग जो रिलीफ कैंप चला रहा है, जैसे जो पहले जो इम्फाल वेस्ट डीसी जो है हमने अप्रोच किया था, तो नेक्स्ट डे है इंसिडेंट जो हुआ था, जो कोकटुक विलेज पे जो हमारा एडजेसेंट विलेज है उसको जो ड्रोन अटैक हुआ था, उसके बाद जो जितने भी इनमेट्स वगैरह जो हम लोग एकोमोडेट कर रहा है, ये फर्स्ट टाइम तो हम लोग कैसे करके अपना जो पहले से जो थोड़ा बहुत स्टॉक पे बचा हुआ था वो सब करके खिलाया। नेक्स्ट डे एट आफ्टरनून अराउंड 12 o'clock अपना डिस्ट्रिक्ट जो इम्फाल वेस्ट का डिस्ट्रिक्ट मजिस्ट्रेट वगैरह ये सब जो डीसी वगैरह ये लोग की तरफ से हमारे तरफ मैट्रेस वगैरह जो एसेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट्स है वो फुलफ़िल करवाया। लेकिन जो रात थे हम लोग ने इन लोग को ये जैसे आपने देखा होगा जैसे मेट है ये सब बिछा के किसी न किसी भी तरह करके इनको एकोमोडेट करवाया, क्योंकि इतना कम रिसोर्स मतलब अचानक जो हुआ है और हम लोग को बहुत मुश्किल मतलब प्रॉब्लम फेस करना पड़ा।
अभी क्योंकि कितने दिन तक ये रहेगा किसी को पता नहीं है, तो आप लोग कैसे प्लान कर रहे हैं?
अभी जैसे आपके सामने दिखाई दे रहा होगा, जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन की तरफ से तो जो हम लोग बचा सकते हैं, जो स्टोर कर सकता है, जैसे राइस है, दाल है, तेल है, जो बेसिक एसेंशियल रिक्वायरमेंट है वो दे रहा है। बाकी वेजिटेबल वगैरह जो भी है वो सब अभी जो अपना जैसे लोकल वॉलंटियर्स वगैरह आया था, जैसे डोनेशन की तरफ, जैसे अभी आपके सामने होंगे ये सब्जी वगैरह अभी आज ही आया है। अदरवाइज़ हम लोग दाल और चावल ये सबसे काम चला रहा था। अभी फ़िलहाल वेजिटेबल वगैरह अभी आया है, तो उसी से हम लोग मैनेज कर रहा है लोकली। जैसे अभी फायरवुड लेके, क्योंकि इतना लोग के लिए हम लोग गैस वगैरह सिलेंडर वगैरह तो नहीं दे पा रहा था, तो ये सब हम लोग बाय एनी मीन्स करके लोकली उसको एडजस्ट ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहा है।